然后我们来找有病的人了。我们的医生来了。
Good evening.
Shit.
Do you need?
Forgive my sus.
不一
Goodbye.
定可以，我不一定需要给已经给过的人。好像没有对。
You. Can I keep? There is all right. Oh, good.
Cheap price.
You never. Right then.
会不会我们买药来给他会，他们会比较好？
Fancy buck.
You never. Do you need?
To be honest.
I don't.
Really? Free.
Goodbye.
哦。记者。记者。没有普通感冒的，没有脓血。
I should never have taken up my
As long as you have the money.
I'm so sorry.
Good evening. How do you?
I wouldn't.
哦，没有其他的。
Then.
谁啊？我怎么会这么印象？
Everything will be better.
找不到那些人。
Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need?
Yes, sir.
没有吗？
Goodbye, young.
Even my...
哦。要疲劳。
dreams are soaked with gloom.
Judged for your sins. Even now, he judges.
There is something going on in this dish. Good evening.
Do you need?
That would.
If you.
Thank.
Goodbye.
哦，重感冒来了。
Good evening. And good. Do you need it? May I didn't.
该差不多了吧？哦，我们刚才是不是有遇到啊？我去找这个应该就。
You are blinded by your false faith.
Oh, please, I don't have your money. This city
When
那个人变得超悲观。
Good evening.
I'm afraid.
Have you any?
No.
You don't.
Oh. A war destroyed.
这样子他们应该晚点就会比较正常。然后我们现在，
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your.
回去医院就把那个烧伤的那个血流掉吧。能这么做的。
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality.
迟早都要这么做的。
Evidence of trickery.
在想自己要去下水。怎么那么好心？突然走回来都没有怪了。可是他那里很多人呢，所以等一下可能要想一下办法。
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
You always knew the world would calm the children, Helen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Street corner.
哦，他还坐在这里，好像有点尴尬。
Too much energy for so little result.
好像有点
Time
尴
has
尬
lost
哦
its，effect
大
on
家都
me,
在这里。
but the suffering continues.
只有3张，对我快结束了吗？还是我现在进行到3张？他要去这一区，风干风皮好2个。希望那个女生走掉了，不然不知道，不确定是要结束了，还是因为我现在只到这里，所以我只能看到这里。应该是啦，应该是他应该是慢慢给我看的。好，我要去我们第一个剧情外的血友。我想看看到这里我可不可以。我想知道被别人看到会怎么样。
Good evening, Mr. Elwood. Evening, Dr. Reed.
啊。
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever. 知道什么？你觉得有点残忍？要去某个点，我跟着他走。我等下去手术室啊。
So this is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, God.
再见，你已经没有苦痛了。
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood, Doctor.
I'll leave.
可能那个是另外一个世界了，我们已经进入了另外一个世界，大家都看不到我们。我们去。我想要不要点？月下降小。立即恢复比较好啊，还是好像是一个差别在一个立即恢复， 但消耗比较多，一个是消耗比较少，但是它是慢慢恢复的。治疗100字，然后哦，抱歉我也点不起来。这个我觉得要欸。袜子，袜子太贵了。我们用这个好了。好，今天就这样。我们等一下去跟那个吸血鬼女生对话，看她会有什么改变。哦，再见了。喂，啊，完了，抱歉，游戏崩溃，一血用完，游戏就崩溃了。音控好点没啊？有好一点。那个不行，他那个会那个是一定要到达指定路线，所以其实不用烦恼旁边有人，好像他们对他们来讲没差。这里这样子还严重。天哪！我去看那个吸血鬼女生会不会有什么新对话？如果不会的话，我们干脆连晚出来，他哭了。
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you doing?
Not well. Eternity can be such a burden.
Oh, 不行嘞。
Did you know that Thomas is dead?
Mr. Elwood? Yes, I know about his death.
His blood now runs through this decaying body. I see things much more clearly now. I've even started to sense things about you.
Judging by the look in your eyes, there is something you want to ask me, Miss Howcroft.
Listen to my voice, Jonathan. You can't refuse to answer my questions. Speak now. Tell me about you and that fancy red-headed lady.
You mean Lady Ashbury? What about her?
Don't resist me. Answer now, Doctor. What's really going on between you two?
我爱他，这么突然的吗？不敢肯定的，我们之间没有什么，我们之间没有什么，怎么可能啊？好了，我们该选这个攻略女主了吧
I love her. I love her dearly. It's that simple.
Now, Jonathan, I want you to forget we had this little conversation.
Oh.
You can get back to what you were doing.
And what exactly have you learned about me?
You try to be a decent man, Dr. Reed. And you're trying to make a difference. That's more than most mortals I've ever met.
That's quite a statement, Miss Howcroft.
But there is more, isn't there? Your interest for my condition. Your subtle innuendos. Are we the same, Doctor?
Trust me, Thelma. I really wish I could be your kind of vampire. But I am not.
For once I sense real honesty in your voice, Dr. Reed. Somehow that frightens me.
Do you think about Thomas's death sometimes?
Every night. I didn't want to kill him. I liked him. Now people will hunt me down.
You're no murderer, trust me. Only a fool would believe otherwise.
How long before other mortals start hunting me? As always, blood is the only price for blood.
You're safe as long as you stay in the hospital. No one will hunt you here, I promise.
These walls will not protect me, Doctor. They will never forget the crime I've done. And nor will I.
You are a patient here, Miss Howcroft. Someone with real needs who deserves peace and treatment. I will protect you.
Don't be ridiculous, Doctor. How could a mortal carry all the pain of the world on his shoulders? I should be far more cautious.
哦天啊，它会影响到有跟他有关系的
I'll
人
leave you,
欸
mistress of the...
哇这也太痛苦了吧！
So many deaths.
Good evening.
Good evening.
对，看来就是跟他有关系的才会有不同的对话，所以我们尽量要选没有关系的人。比如说，各位，或是这位。错了，他去坐他的位置，这也太揪心了吧！
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
我们到底做了什么？抱歉了。
Time has lost its effect.
啊！抱歉，如果我有2周目，我会让你们2个都活下来。
How may I be of assistance?
The scowl that is...
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
对哦，
Good.
我忘记跟那个医生讲话了。
Yes, Jonathan?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such a phenomenon yourself?
No. I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stone?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. The story of...
Who betrayed who?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for...
How many are you?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war. We are scholars, Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time in a sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time. She subsequently offered me a position here, at the Pembroke Hospital.
Why offer you this position?
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Pembroke Hospital? Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
为什么那个琵琶讲话在这里都听得到？这种游戏就是要狠下心肠，没错啦。但是，那种感觉就是，不觉得刚刚那个吸血鬼女生其实已经看出了什么吗？只是她没有讲的。她好像知道是我们做的。事实上，如果他那么痛苦的话，好，我们先跑主线，跑完真的不够，我们再说了。他一直在哭好可怜。他在这里唯一的朋友。他应该知道。
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
我们要去走主线的。第一次总是特别的痛心，之后就会习惯了。
I'd head back. Look at it! Vicious bugger in it!
等一下。
Stupid beast!
Get
away with it! We found one!
哎。
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
好了啦。 要追。
For now, everything seems under control, more or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guard of something, sweetie. My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting for our... well, for your orders, my sweet queen.
I hope the rumors about Clay are true. Otherwise...
You again. What do you want?
你在拍什么？
Do you need
Yeah, I do.
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only provide you with exactly what you need.
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me nothing to ask.
Good.
好。这个也很可以。可是我都不知道他们在哪里。这里有点太少了。
Lost boys will be both.
Good evening, sir.
Well,
I'm Dr.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure...
You bet I do, but make no mistake.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham...
Any remark?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since he...
Who would you trust?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout.
I'm sure it...
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegant...
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
刚来的更好，现在时机很难，年纪大的人总是报应。
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby. Just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me about the wet boot boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen. And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though.
Now I think about it. Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed, but I would kneel.
Do you need my...
Unfold.
Nobody is immune.
Well, thank...
Do you need my medical attention?
I'm as fit.
Goodbye.
他已经问完话了，他知道问完话会怎么样吗？没错，会成为我们下一个目标。抱歉。他们哪里？两个人在那里吗？商人，他是商人，澳洲商人队。好，那看来他是在另外一边。那去找完他们，就顺便走主线。
Under control, more or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this garden.
我也要打怪吧。啊，对，这段路也是很痛苦。我冲，没有。
Crush the leech, boys! Let's pin it down!
哎，你这样打到我，你骗我啊！我只他的枪拿那个地方最好打到我。
It's locked. It's locked.
I hope they'll all return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
你的垃圾判定。
I can't protect the whole city. It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
跟你吧。
Good evening, young.
There's no need.
Young man.
I don't.
There's no shame in asking for help, especially when you.
Thank you.